bad. See dead bodies in the water, and they drink that water, you know. And I'm asking myself,
in the river,
the Volta River, people dying there, and you know, we don't give education here. You know that all the radio, TV is all about MPP and DC. The people are totally, they're out. Okay, now how many Ghanaians know about electric eel? You know, the fish called electric eel. Yeah, they don't know that thing can generate electricity and kill you. They don't know that. The radio don't tell them. Nobody, the journalists don't care. But you can't blame them either, because they themselves are in the slave mentality. Our culture is based on me, funkwa, manyamidia, and famihu, umbreo. So, in fact, one village I helped to build a toilet, you know, they said the MP told them, Akwano Skabi Bri, or Nima Diobe Fire, Mumfani Sikaruna, Mumfani Brani, why? Yeah.
They want to take your money and give to the MP.
Yeah, they told him that. This guy is alleged that that's what the guy said.
So now you're in the Volta region. Where else have you been?
Oh, yeah, you know, I go Upper West, you go to Konzakala, you know, you go to Tiza. It's a village, they have nothing, man, near Jirapa. You know, but the MP, we have the biggest vehicles, you know. Then you go to Babile, you know, I went to Babile, Pulima, Neblo, you know. You come to Dafiama, you know, you come down to Ping, Wellambele, Sakai, Bukabele, you know, you like the names? Then you go up east.
It looks like you select only the interesting names.
I love those names. Then you come to Pusunamungo. Then you come to Bolgatanga. Then you go to Bongo. In there's a village called Yorogo. You know, and you know the name of the king there?
No.
Wumbulingu Sumbulungu of Yorogo.
Can we have that one again?
Wumbulingu Sumbulungu of Yorogo.
That's the chief's name.
That's the chief's name. That's his title,
wow.
Man. And then you go to Boko, you know, the king is there. When they mention the name, even the enemy will run away. They turn around their tanks and go away. And say, Abu Grabu Azorka. Don't you like that? Abu Grabu Azorka.
Are you sure you're mentioning the name right?
Yeah, they know what I mean.
Abu Grabu?
Abu Grabu. He ain't grabbing nothing, man. I love that guy. You know? Then you come to Misiga, Pusiga, you come to Kulungugu. Yeah, you come down, then you go down, you come to, you know, a lot of villages, you know, Kusasi area. You know, I grew up with these people in Nima.
How about the Bronhafo region? Have you been to?
Yeah, you go to Soko, Badda, you come to Fiapre, you come to Berikum, come to Fetenta, you know, in Shaim, you know, in Nuinchi. I help them to build a school, help them with exercise books, and the farmers. Then you go to Chachama, you know, you go to Dumfere, you know, in places, you go to Ashanti region, or Bronhafo, you come to Nipahiamwa, you know, Ampuma, you know, you come to Dumso, you know, Dumso.
Oh, there's a town called Dumso.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a town called Dumso. Yeah. And Dumso. There is Dumso. You know, Nipahiamwa.
Nipahiamwa.
Yeah. And then you come to, what do you call it? Kintampo. You know, Busunu. Kerelelempa. You know, Kerelelempa?
Yeah. But you've been around quite a lot. What about the Western region?
Yeah. You come to Kanchiabu.
You've been there.
You come to Abubuya.
You've been there.
Atielebe, yeah. And I help with the clinic in Nyamibechere, near Bogoso.
Have you been to Nzulezu?
Yeah, Zulezu, Asiama.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kwame Nkrumah's hometown. I went.
No, Nzulezu, the
you come to
Asiama on the river.
No, you pass Asiyama on your way, like to go to Ivory Coast. You come to Nzulezu.
Yeah.
And the villages there, I get in my diary. I don't have the names right away.
Yeah.
But
how did you find Nzulezu?
Terrible. The people are poverty stricken, man. They're fishermen. There's no banking system to help them. There's no financial system. There's nothing, man. I mean, it's
Are you not fascinated by the idea of living on water?
Yeah, if you live on water and you have social welfare, you got medicine, you got medical protection and all. Yeah. What was that? What about the water and you dying, man?
Did
you like that?
Did you live on the water too?
No, I don't want. I'm a good question, why I want to live
But
on water.
if you go to Zulezu, you have to go on the water.
Yeah, underwater.
Yeah.
But the government should go and give them some basic needs.
Like,
They've been doing this from time immemorial, you know that?
Like?
Yeah, like medical. They gotta have medical, right? It's very important. They just die. So, I carry rubbing alcohol because I've seen children die in the villages because of a small wound. They die. Meanwhile, their ministers are riding around in 7 billion CD cars. We're committing a moral crime against God. Do you know that? We're not prepared to make any sacrifices.
I went with you somewhere after Soga Kofe.
Yeah, you went with me.
Yes.
Near Dabala.
Near Dabala.
You saw the school I helped to build down there.
Yes.
And the MP should come and help. They don't. You go to, what do you call it?
You're building a nursery in that place, in that village. Why?
Yeah. Because the children, they have to go far to walk, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, to go to kindergarten. And a cat killed a couple of those kids, and then people won't do it. So I started helping them, and I started small, hoping that MP would take over. He never cared. They're not interested. What I found out is this: our culture is a wicked culture. You get up in the mountain here and read the paper how they are suffering in Sudan. Huh? No, you don't read about it here. It's the white men who have to tell you what's going on in all the African countries. Our culture, we're not concerned. You know that, don't you? Yeah. So if you see the suffering in the villages, huh? And the big men don't make, provisions for that. For example, you go to Atobiase, Domarama, Central Region area, you going towards the west. A couple of women, they had goiter, goiter?
Yeah.
They go to the MP. They don't need much. It's only about, I think, 400 CDs for surgery. Yeah. 5 of them, They won't give them the money. Well, I did it, but I'm like, why do you vote? Okay? I talked to one MP.
So Chuck, in this village, you decided to build for them a nursery.
Yeah.
Why? They have so many needs. Why did you pick the nursery?
Well, you figured the older people, they can take care of themselves. But the kids are helpless. So I give them toys and stuff. So, see, when you fear God, you deal with the vulnerable first. You know that, don't you? Mm-hmm. If I see you and a kid knocked down by a car, and you're both bleeding, I'll take the kid first. You understand? Because your survival rate is higher than the kid. The kid is helpless. Where I grew up, that's how I was taught. That God takes care of the fool and the innocent.
The fool.
Yeah, and the innocent.
Okay.
And that's the condition that we're in. We a Ghanaian, in Ghana, nobody dies.
How many such schools have you built across the country and where?
About 45.
45?
Yeah. Helping here.
Nurseries or different?
No, different type. What do they call them? JSS.
Primary schools?
JSS. SSS. Sometimes I give cement, maybe 50 bags of cement, 60 bags of cement here. There's a village right by Aquatia. You know Aquatia?
Aquatia?
Yeah. All the diamonds, they call it Denchembo. All the diamonds. But you know the name of the village?
No.
Sikani Asam. Sikani Asam.
Sikani Asam.
Yeah. Money is the problem.
Yeah.
How can you name yourself like that when they sit on diamonds?
What did you do in that village?
Well, I helped them with a school. Because the MP, Baba Jamal was the MP there. Yeah.
Denchembo?
Yeah, Denchembo. You like the name? I like the name. Denchembo. Okay. Nice, huh? Very nice.
So you built 45 schools?
Yeah, around, yeah.
Across the
help, yeah. Either build or help, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either build
Ashanti
or help
region,
to build.
Volta region,
Yeah.
Eastern region, Central region, yeah. And Upper West, yeah, you know, one village they took the cement, and the chief went and sold the cement. Yeah,
the cement you gave them for
to build a school. And when I go to the village,
the chief took the cement.
Yeah, 50 bags, sold it, chopped the money, and when I'm coming in the village, he runs to the bush. Then he come and add the villages, but I'm from Wakwana. Yeah, you don't care. You know, see, but that's our culture. That's why we're in the situation we're in.
He calls you Bodam.
I am the Bodam, yeah. You've taken my cement, you know, to hide in the bush. And when the farmers are going there, Bodam from Wakwana. I love it, you know. But you can't blame it. That's the culture. You know, you go to some village, they're carrying the chief, you know, the chief is dancing in there, and all of a sudden they put the chief down. They're arguing among themselves. You go find out what it's all about.
What's it all about, man?
You have to pay more.
you mean the people carrying the palanquin?
Yeah, they have to pay more, yeah.
And said the chief didn't want
he didn't tell him he was going to dance
so much.
Yeah.
You know, that the money he gave them, he has to give them
That's
more.
right.
Well, you've seen that before.
Yeah, but see, we're not a scientific society. You got to understand that.
But you've seen that happening before.
Yeah, I've seen it once. You know.
They put the palanquin down and ask the chief to pay more.
Another, you know, you go to a village, you got to give snap. You know, it's the culture. But see, nobody had disseminated the history of the culture they practice it. Okay? The schnapp is made in Holland. Are you aware?
Yeah, sure.
Now, there are villages, if you bring local schnapp, they'll say, but you bring the foreign one, they prefer that. They'll say, abra. They prefer the abrofonsa. They don't like the local one. You understand? Mm-hmm. But you don't blame them. See, you have to educate a society. You got to have a philosophy. You got to have an ideology. You understand? Not just a strategy. If you have a strategy, you got to have, you know, a system. You have to develop a system, you know, to move the strategy around. So our father, Nkrumah, he built, you know, where's Bonsata yesterday? Penifonu Atonk with discount. Where's Black Star Line? Penifonu Atonk with discount. Where's City Hotel? Penifonu Atonk with discount. Where's Aboso Glass Factory? Penifonu Atonk. You know, where's Ghana Paper Conversion? Penifonu Atonk with discount. Kumasi Shoe Factory. You know, Nkrumah set up all this so that his children like us will have factory, will eat. You know, Boafo. You remember Boafo?
Yeah.
The Koreans came and got the idea from here. Today you see Kia. Meanwhile, do we respect Osafo Kantanka? Do we respect him? Nobody cares. He's a genius. God gave him to us. But nobody know how to use him. You understand? So, what happened to Osafo Kantanka? What's his name? Dr. Frimpong Boateng.
Mm-hmm.
He's a genius. Are you aware? If that's why I came with Kufuor. Ghana would have been the center of heart surgery today. I was prepared to invest in it. But they won't pay attention to the guy. Now they've made him a minister. They've destroyed him already. You know, hopefully he won't die poor. But he's a genius. See, a genius has to be managed. You know that. See, an engine, right? It's an engine block, right? Inside the block, what? Is the plunger. What is it? Piston, you call it, right? Mm-hmm. Why does the piston go up and down?
Mm-hmm.
You have to prime it, right? A little gas, an explosion. From your spark plug goes, hit it, goes down. Then when that gas is burnt out, it goes out, fresh gas, boom, 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 boom. You've achieved
combustion.
Combustion. Okay? To make the car move, what do? You have to connect it to a crankshaft. Right? From promoting them, it's like our gold. We don't know how to use it, so we give it away. We don't know how to use Dr. Frimpong Boateng. You know, if we had helped that guy to build a system. In America, heart surgery is over $100,000.
But we helped him to build the cardiothoracic center.
That's not, see, we're not, there are no businessmen in the government. That's a different way. Okay? We don't know. See here, we don't know marketing. We know sales. Do you know, if you buy something here, read it. Items bought here are not returnable, whether they are bad or good. Are you aware?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, do you read your receipts? I know Ghanaians don't read it. See, Ghanaians will tell you, me pekawi, meto. It doesn't occur to him to find out how many kilometers the car has traveled, who drove it, you know, how many times they changed the oil. They don't care about these things because we're not scientific people. That's why we're suffering.
So what does the receipt say when you buy something?
Well, let me see if I have one here. I always read the receipts and I enjoy it.
And it says that whatever bought here can
not
never be returned, whether good or bad.
Yeah, well, basically, yeah, okay. Let me see if they have it here. Goods. It said goods once delivered are not returnable.
Yeah, that's okay. But
yeah.
I'm talking about the one in which you say
suppose it's bad.
Goods bought here are not returnable, whether good or bad.
Yeah. Did you read it? So, but it shows you right there that we don't have a society governed by people with intelligence. Okay? Or there will be laws, you know, to protect the people. We have destroyed, you see, Africa, what happened is they destroy, you see, everything there, checks and balances. Nature, you see, God, it rains here, it might rain here, it might not rain here. We don't know that. See? So, the security forces will destroy it. You know why? They are the arbiter between the thieving politician and the people. Here, you can steal all you want. Nobody arrests you.
Some of the security people too.
Yeah, if you're there, right? But that institution has to be strengthened because we are all standing on it. Do you understand? There are bad policemen, yes. But I don't know, 100, maybe one.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, Chalk.
Yes.
I've seen one of the schools you have built.
Yes.
You built about 45 in all. Or
45.
assisted, you know, some people to build. What else are you doing on your travels around the country?
Well, you know, the farmers, you know, they have to eat. I give cutlasses, medicine, toys for the kids. I'm not the government. Nobody pays taxes to me, right? But if you give the money, they tell you, you know, if you set up a political party, I set it up to find out why we're going backwards. You understand? And I found out why. You know, and then the East, what they call them? The EC, Electoral Commission. You know, our priorities are wrong. They said go and build offices in all the constituencies. That money, what good is an office in a constituency when the people are hungry? So I use that money to buy cutlasses, help the villagers, you know, help them go to the doctor. You go to a village, they need only 200 cedis to go to the doctor. They don't have, they die. You understand? So you help. You know, it's better than having an office. So our priorities are wrong. You see? See, all you have to do is learn from our father, Kwame Nkrumah, when he came back. His priority, he's thinking 30 years ahead of time. Have you met a Ghanaian who thinks 10 years ahead of time?
No, some who think 100 years ahead of time.
Where?
Oh, yeah, in Ghana.
In the government?
It doesn't have to be in the government.
Oh. So why are we in the situation we're in?
Don't you think 30 years ahead of time?
Yeah. I'm thinking 50 years when I'm gone.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Chuck, we're going to go for a short break.
Sure.
And when we come back, I'd like to continue with the line of questioning.
Okay, sir.
Building schools, what else are you doing? Distribution of cutlasses, and medicine, and so on.
You know, holes in the north sometime, you know, where they need holes, you know, seedlings, like the corn season now, you know. The government officials, they're talking plenty, blah, blah, blah. But just buy seedlings and give it to the farmer.
Okay. So when we come back, we'll continue that line of exploration. Well, viewers, we are talking to the man, the only man. There's none like him, Chuck Kofi Wayo, and we are talking about his experiences traveling around the country and interacting with people. We're going to go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll be asking a lot more questions about his travels within Ghana. Short break. Back to Talk Time, and we are in conversation with Chuck Kofi Wayo, the one and only Chuck Kofi Wayo, and we're talking about his experiences traveling around the country. Chuck, can I borrow what you're holding?
That's a picture.
No, that's not what I mean.
What?
Can I borrow what you're holding? All of that?
Yeah. A book.
Yeah, I've seen this exercise books.
Yes.
You know.
I distribute it in the villages.
With your photographs
on
it.
Yeah.
And then with you at the back,
yeah, some of the projects
distributing toys to
the
children
yeah.
and cycles.
Yeah.
To
well, you know, I go to some villages, and you got a guy got to go to school.
This exercise book, what is it about?
Some children, they cannot afford exercise books. I've been to villages where they're writing on the floor. Are you aware?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I take pencils. Each time I take about 5,000 pencils. I just found out last week they don't even have chalks. No more. So I've ordered 20,000 chalk.
So you give them exercise book. This exercise book
Yes.
is your beautiful picture at the back.
Yeah, well,
Oh, of course.
right, okay.
And pencils
Yes.
and chalk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And our father left the factory for us to make chalk. Even the disabled people can make chalk. You know that, don't you? So what happened? And what I don't understand here, and the foreign embassies, they know this. Our press are not interested in the tragedy of our nation. They're not. The people who destroyed the nation, that's who they're interested in. Those are the heroes, the people who destroyed Ghana. Have you ever? So when the white men tell you you're stupid, why are you angry? Hey, we go to their country, right? I learned something in America. They said if you build a better mousetrap, the world will beat a path to your door. They have built a better mousetrap, so we're beating a path to their door, right? Over there, when you do wrong, for example, here, Rollins, how many years? 19 years, right? Our father left us over 400 factories, right? When Rollins came in, the CD was about 2 CDs, 70 something pesos.
75 pesos.
When he left, it was 7,000. We don't see a disaster. Black man, we don't see that.
Who said we don't?
Well, because nobody. Yeah, he's a hero here, no?
Where?
Rollins a hero.
Where?
Hey, if you know that here, nobody would arrest him. Nobody arrest him. He said probity and accountability, right? He doesn't understand English because he sold the companies to his wife. So you ask him, do you understand English? God damn it! Why you give me that crap, man? Don't give me that crap. Shut up.
So because he sold the factories to his wife,
And he's accusing somebody of being corrupt. Does he understand the word corruption?
maybe he doesn't.
Maybe he doesn't. Okay. Maybe he
And if
doesn't.
he doesn't, what's the problem with not
See,
understanding?
we
English?
are not thinking. Look, you saw this. God be with him. The captain who died,
Captain Mahama.
Maxwell
Mahama.
Yeah, Max Mahama. Right? He's my friend. I can give you his number. See the way he died. See, here, everybody, blah 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 blah. Sensationalism. It's a 9-day wonder. They've forgotten. The question is this: why did that happen? Right? The press should find out what are the engagement rules for the military. Maybe the guy made a sacrifice to bring the condition of our security forces into the public. But we are not scientific. We don't think as a military man. You know what I'm thinking? He made the sacrifice because if he had shot those guys, if he had shot them, do you know what the press will say about the army? And then the army is so weak, they will give him to the civilians. So we have to, is now the army command got to go to parliament so they can get rules of engagement and then give the proper training to our security forces. How can a soldier armed be killed by civilians? Is it a conflict zone? Why are you sending the army to mining areas? Okay, I know, I met a Ghanaian whom you call them here intellectuals. You know, in America we call them goonies. Okay, he's got a degree, so we call him goonie. He ain't got a quarter in him.
He ain't got what?
He ain't got a quarter. A degree, see, a guy asked me here, you don't like degree people because you don't have it. I said, I have a degree, so that's $100 bill. That's my degree, man. You think your paper can take you anywhere? My $100 take me every goddamn where. Yeah. So, you see, the question is, a whole captain, you know, as a person who grew up in the military, it's not easy to be a captain. You understand? Maybe he's a boat captain, right? Okay, one, the army command, the president should ask them, what are your evasive tactics? That's one. What are your rules of engagement? Okay, when you send those troops, did you declare an action in that area? Is it legitimate? Are they there legitimately? If they're there and something happens, are they free to fire? You understand? We say fuego. So why did that happen at all? The army, where's the army psychologists? Where are the trainers? What did you tell them? If you sign a mining contract, does the contract come with the idea that we, the Republic of Ghana, have to send soldiers to protect the miner? Is that it? Black man, ask yourself, do the contract come with that obligation? Does it come with that obligation? An army. So you destroyed our army. Army should not be going fighting against their own people. Huh? Police action. Our police don't have insurance. They don't have body armor. They just die. When they die, you have to go and pay bribe to get. They said what? You have to death certificate, social security, and the police should have FAU. You know FAU?
What is FAU?
Family Affairs Unit. They should have that. So if a policeman die, right there, they take over quick. The MPP president Nana Fukuduru said,
what's the name?
Nana Fukuduru. I call him Nana Fukuduru.
Why? But you know his name. You know it's not called.
It's fun. You see, you're too rigid here. You're too conservative. Let's have a little fun. He understands. He have a little fun.
Having fun with the president's name.
Bullshit. And Trump, they make fun of him.
They don't make fun of him.
Is the president God? Is he God?
No, he's not. But he's not.
Okay, so you don't make fun of that. Yeah, okay. Hey, Nana Doodoo, man. I said, Nana Doodoo, man. How about that? I like that. Nana Doodoo da. Nana Doodoo dankwa. Yeah. Okay. You know, you gotta have, I mean, he don't mean no harm. You know, we gotta have a family affairs unit in the police unit so that when policemen drop dead, they take over. But, you know, I saw these village people. One guy, he kept borrowing money to come to Accra, right? And now nobody will loan him money. And he don't even know how much he's going to collect. So I gave him 6,000.
So if I asked you to describe the real conditions in our villages.
It's terrible. No human being should be allowed to be living the way our villagers live.
Why?
Look, you get up in the morning. You have to wait for your wife. They go 3-4 miles to fetch water. Then you go to the back. This is, if Jesus Christ come here, he'll find his house. We haven't changed. Only in Accra. You know, when you leave Accra, everything is over. Why would somebody in Kumasi, Ashanti region, come to Accra to get a passport? Why would somebody from Koplima, or Zambulungu, come to Accra to get a passport? Why? Aren't they citizens? Why? It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why would a policeman die and the family have to pay bribe in order to get his benefits?
But that doesn't happen in the villages only.
It happens in the village. You go to the village, you see an army sergeant or something, like, you know, or police sergeant retired, bringing a petition because his check hasn't come. In fact, I was with one. I love the guys. They're my people. I grew up with the security forces, so I know them. You know, we drink that petition. It's
Is that the song you've been singing in the villages?
Yeah, he's a former sergeant. You know. Well, he have the spirit. Akuko bebo na diachio obreku eneyenda. That's our people. So it's up to us to upgrade them. And nobody has done that since our father died. Do you understand? You go to the village, you got to give a snap. You know that they pray to our ancestors. So I tell them, Nanum, Shama City, who was you? Maybe. What have you? Maybe. Mama, Nana Musa, when you know, boo, on to me, Bobio.
So what do you expect to be done in the villages?
The government has to, we have to have a government, okay, dedicated to transforming the society. Culture is dynamic. It has to be transformed, okay, not by beating them and all that.
What do we have to do to transform the villages?
Okay, one.
You say we shouldn't beat them.
No.
Are they being beaten now?
Worse than that. They ignore them completely. They die. You know, when they die, one MP, you know, the guy died. The guy went to the MP for 100 cedis to go to the hospital. He said he didn't have it. Then he died. He came and donated 200 cedis. And he was telling, what do you call him? The MC? What do you call it? There's a name in the, I forgot what they call him. But he said, you should say 200 cedis. You should say 2 million. What do you do?
The MP was telling the MC.
You didn't give the guy 100 cedis to go to the doctor. He's dead. Now you bring 200. You know, when he dies, he's going straight to hell. And I told him that. You know what he told me? Chuck, see, that's why people don't like you. See, this is not America, you know. I say, yeah.
But of course, this is not America.
So, you didn't give, you wait till the guy dies.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying that this is not America.
I agree, but common sense is not America. Huh? Hey, when you're going from here to Kumasi, do you walk? Huh? Why do you take a car? Our ancestors walk. They walk from Bolgatanga to Kumasi. Do they still walk? Huh? Because it makes sense to take a car. You get that? Why should we be in the old culture? I'm from the new school. If you want to be new school in Ghana, you join me. We're going to change. We will change. Because the politicians, huh? They're in trouble. I can see it. Yeah. You see this Kwesi Batwi?
Yeah.
NDC they said you should find out why they lost. I mean, can you be that dumb?
Why dumb?
They should have brought 10% of the money they use for the villages, and I'll tell them why they lost. I knew why they lost.
Why did they lose?
I ain't gonna tell them.
No, tell me.
No,
not them.
I'll tell you in private.
Tell
me in
me.
public now.
You know,
it costs me money to be going around and learning. You know? Yeah. A lot of money, man. A lot of moolah. Like we say, you know. Mucho moolah.
Mucho moolah.
Mucho moolah, yeah. You know?
Now, Chop.
Yes, sir.
You've been around a lot.
Yes, sir.
You said to learn about the conditions of the people?
Yeah.
And then after?
Well, then, but you go to the villages now, they are crying. Yeah, so and so, yeah, so and so, yeah, hunduru. Yeah, so and so, yeah, so and so, yeah, hunduru. You know, they're learning. It is slow. Nobody's teaching, but nature, you can see there is a God. But that's what makes me happy.
You've been around.
Yeah.
You've seen it all.
Yeah.
And then?
We're going to do something about it.
What are you going to do about it?
When you're going to battle, see, I'm from security service. When you're going to battle, you don't tell the enemy the weapons you have.
Who's the enemy in this case?
The enemy, our politicians and so-called intellectuals. You understand? Yeah. The things we do to ourselves. Hey, there are white people born in Ghana, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you see any of them running for office? Huh? If one of them get up to run for office, what would happen here? Right? But we say they are racist.
What would happen?
They don't even accept that the Burmese are Ghanaian. They don't accept. But we go there and force them that we run for their offices. Right? I will, Bruni.
Well, the people who go there run for the offices are also from there, aren't they?
No, not necessarily.
Jerry Rawlings ran for office here. It's not completely.
No, first he came with the boom, 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 right?
Jacob Echebilante ran for office.
Yeah.
He was allowed to run for office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to encourage the white people born here. We have to encourage them. Yeah. If somebody like Terry Coney runs for office, what's going to happen?
I don't know. What do you think will happen?
Well, I know what's going to happen.
What will happen?
They'll raise hell. People raise hell.
Why?
Because we are not educated to understand the dynamics of technology and modern life. We are technologically poor. Look, we're sitting on gold. Where you and I sitting right here, if we dig 10 feet, we will find gold.
No, 10 feet will take us to the newsroom.
Oh, well, okay, 100 feet.
100 feet?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You want to try?
Well, I'm not looking for gold. Everybody, a friend of mine, he had oil on his land, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody killed, we were having a drink, and somebody told him, man, about investment. He said, nah, I got too much of that filthy green stuff. So our problem is simple. We don't think about tomorrow. You understand? We have to think like our father, Nkrumah. Look what he left us. Hey, can I tell you some things he left us?
Yeah, please do.
Our father, God bless him, huh? We have to honor him. Look, about 8 million Ghanaians will be employed now, in this. He says, we have, GIHOC, Distilleries Company Limited, Accra. Bottling Company Limited, Accra. Pharmaceutical Company, Accra. Cannery Company, Accra. And Sawam. Steelwork Company, Tima. Meat Product Company, Bolgatanga. Nzima Oil Mills Company, Esiama, Western Region. Central Advertising Company Limited, right? Paints Company Limited, Tema. Fiber Products Company Limited, Kumasi. Footwear Company Limited, Kumasi. Marble Works Company Limited, Accra. Metal Industries Company Limited, Accra. Paper Conversion Company Limited, Takoradi. Electronics Company, Tema. Manufacturing Company Limited, Accra. Motors and Machine Shop Company Limited, Accra. Printing and Paper Products, Accra. Tema. Refrigeration and Household Products. All of these things, our father left us. So the question we should be asking, what happened to it?
What happened to it?
You got criminals running the country, destroyed everything, sold it. And you blaming the white man. Hey, if I give you a knife to kill your mother, am I the murderer? You told me you want to kill your mother. So I know you're crazy. So I gave you a knife to kill your mother.
What are you?
Huh?
What are you?
I'm smart because I'm looking for your mother's. Yeah, I'm looking for your mother's estate. So I want to take it. So you take it and give it to me. That's what we did. The IMF, World Bank, they're the new slave owners.
That's not being smart.
No, that's it. Listen,
that's being criminal.
I know your mother have a lot of gold in your house. And I want that gold. But if I go there myself, people, so you came to me and says, I said, your mother got a lot of gold. Say, yeah, I want to kill her myself. Say, yeah, why you haven't killed her? Oh, I don't have a knife. I don't know where to get it. Well, here's a knife. That's what I want to do. But if I do it, you'd be in a lot of trouble. So you go and kill your mother. Then you come and sell me the stuff. That's what we did. Don't blame the white man. The World Bank, they capitalists said, buy low, sell high, and find fools and double your profit. You understand? So any African tell you he's dealing with World Bank, you know he's in the slave business. You get away from that guy. Because they don't have the intelligence. They don't have what you call their neurons are not being processed correctly. And they are the leaders. Why are we backward? Why are we poor? Why we don't have drugs in the hospital? Why?
Chucky from the political party.
Yeah. Just to find out.
Why is it?
Yes, but they're all corrupt. I learned about the parties. That's what I did. I find it. One of the chairmen, his mother died 3 times.
You fired your party people?
Yeah, because they're corrupt. They want the money for themselves. I want the money for the people. Besides, it's my money. And one guy, his mother died 3 times. How many mothers you got? The last one, he said, as for this one, I come from the, I said, oh yeah. I thought I saw him first cry. I give him 600, I think 600, 1,600, I don't remember. 9 months later, I saw the same guy cry. I said, hey, he says, his mother died.
So your mother died last year?
Yeah, he said, that one took care of him. And this one, raised him. Then about 2 years later, he was crying again. I said, what happened? He said, his mother, Papa, one died. Oh, God damn, you no good, low down some bit. I can't be giving you my money like that.
So your party is dead?
No, it's there. But the money to give, I give it to the villagers. Buy cutlasses, buy exercise books, pencils, medicine, toys. Go to the people direct.
Will the party contest elections again?
I don't believe in parties.
So why is the party there? Why don't you?
I formed it to find out why we're going backwards.
Yeah, but now you don't believe in parties.
Yeah.
And you
so
say
you
that,
go independent.
And you have
then you got to think independent.
And you have a problem with your party members.
I don't have a problem with them.
Their mothers die too often.
Yeah, it's the same with the NPP, NDC. They just don't, it's a gang.
Yeah.
The people are weak. There's no police. Yeah. So you can steal all you want. Yeah. The biggest business in Ghana right now is the church and the politics.
So why do you leave the party there? Why don't you just destroy the party?
What do you mean destroy?
You don't need it.
No, you see.
And your members, their mothers are dying too many times. So they have mothers dying 3 times.
I told them, listen, if you want to fight for Ghana, if you want to fight for your children, if you want to think 30, 40 years ahead of time, we don't need a party to do that. When we present our case to the people, if they see that things can be changed, look at France, you see?
So you're talking about the possibility
look at France. And they have no party, nothing,
You're talking about the possibility of going independent.
Well, because if they don't respond to the needs of the people, I can respond to their needs. Yes, why not?
As an independent candidate?
Yes.
When would that be? 2020?
Yeah, because I've been with both parties and I see that all of them are in for the money. They in for the dough, in for the dough. That's all. Nobody cares about the people. They don't go to the village. Look at me. I've been in the village 2 days. No bath. Right? Would they do it? They wouldn't do it.
So 2020, you're going to be contesting Nana?
I don't know yet. I leave everything to the great man upstairs. He determines most of your
How would you know when the great man upstairs determines?
How would I know to go into the villages and help them? Because the great man put it in my head. Go. And I have given me the energy.
So if the great man upstairs puts it in your head, 2020, you will be there.
You doggone right, man.
You think you can beat Nana Akufo-Addo?
Oh, yeah. The people I don't care about Nana Akufo-Addo. They care about whether they have water, whether they have their children would have a job. If Nana creates jobs,
The name is Nana Akufo-Addo.
What's the difference, brother?
There's no difference.
Everybody know who he is. Everybody know who he is.
So there's no difference between Nana Afoko what? Afoko
like Mr. Troop. Everybody know that's Trump, right? Say, man, this Trumpy Trumpy dude, right?
What would you do which Nana Akufo-Addo hasn't done?
One, I know that they are not technical. I know. I've been with them. You understand? Okay, so they're good talkers. Because see, they're academics. You understand? But they're, African book. They just know book. They never succeeded in industry. So, they don't have techniques, to move things. They don't. So when they, for example, when they say they're going to build the dams, now, Ladislas Klawiki, you know him?
No.
What's his name? Baumia. I call him Ladislas Klawiki.
Why?
Because he talks so much crap. Yeah. What he says.
That's the vice president.
So what? He's a human being, ain't he?
You say you disagree with him, but this talking crap is a bit harsh.
See, that's why we're backward.
No,
we don't want to talk straight. We like
talk straight.
They tell me, so I destroy the whole thing. Tell them straight. Hey, Baumia, what you're saying is crap. Period.
What has he said with his crap?
Everything he says. I enjoy him, though. I like him as a person because he knows the people are stupid, so he just give it to them all the time, and I like it. He gives it to them, He said he's going to do this. Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't tell him he's going to shave Jesus Christ's beard. He's a cool cat, man. I met him in Wellington way back, He was shocked to see me there. We were going in the truck. I stop in the villages to give the people some. They come with their convoy. They call it convoy. Land Cruisers, Pajeros, and the road is not paved or nothing like that. Blowing the dust into the people. I looked there. I said, I know it. They African. I come with my truck. When they blow the dust in the village, I stop in the village, give the kid toy, give them a little candy. Sometimes I carry Indomie. I share the Indomie so they don't care. But don't blame them. That's the culture we're from. Hey, go to some village, you see them. I go to some village. They say, Nana Bonio. That's when I'm leaving. They say, Maika Kredi India. I say, who say Nana Boni? Huh? Wayo Bribiam. I didn't know me, my old baby. Huh? So I guess I said, do you want my brand dog gone, man? You know, it's lack of education. See, every day on TV, what do you see? They're talking blah, blah, blah.
Now
blah.
they're seeing you.
Yeah.
Now, for this moment, they're seeing Chuck Kofi Wayo.
Who's seeing me?
The viewers, they're seeing Chuck Kofi Wayo.
Like your mama, if you listen to me, he never would have lost. But I always say he's the lesser evil, right? They do the same thing. But John had a little feeling, you see. That's what I like about him, you know. Yeah. But when I go to see him, they laugh at me. I know that. So I tell him joke, you know, because that bro told me a long time that our mind is not wired for science, for a reason. You understand? So you could have a big situation. Huh? You see the Ghanaians, they don't learn. You know, I saw a Ghanaian, the car was burning, right? about an hour and a half, I'm watching. He was lucky, the fire service came. Before they pointed the nozzle, they were fighting. So for you can see the training is poor. Okay, finally when they got the nozzle on the car, boom, it blew up. You know what happened? No. See, our government, you know, we don't have a system. There are car companies that use magnesium to make the engines lighter. Do you understand? So you have oxygen and hydrogen operating in the car. So with the magnesium, you know, when it doesn't mix well. So when the car is burning normally, you just spray the car with water, but the magnesium mixed with the hydrogen and oxygen can create an explosion.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, Chuck, we're going to go for another short break.
Yeah, okay, so
when we come back,
yeah,
I'd like to find out a little more
about
what you think you can do in order to improve the Ghanaian situation.
Yeah.
Well, viewers,
revive Kwame Nkrumah's companies.
When we come back, well, viewers, we're talking to Chuck Kofi Wayo, and we are talking to you about his travels around the country, perhaps what I may call Gulliver travels. You've seen that movie before? Gulliver Travels?
See, you are the colonial mentality to Gulliver. Yeah. Why can't you say Asankrangwakwani?
Asankrangwakwani.
Yeah.
We come back, Asankrangwakwani. So, short break. Hello, welcome back to Talk Time. We are talking with Comrade Chuck Kofi Wayo.
I'm not a communist.
What are you?
I'm not a comrade.
What are you?
I'm Kofi Wayo, that's it.
You must believe in something.
Yeah, I do.
What do you believe in?
I believe in God.
And?
God.
Only God.
He created everything else, so you have to believe.
So you don't believe in any other thing?
Nah.
I've heard you say that you're a capitalist.
No. There are systems in the world, right?
Yes.
So I went into one, made a lot of money, and I got out of it.
So you got out of capitalism?
Well, I didn't get out, or I don't care. As long as I'm not oppressing somebody, you know, directly, then it's okay with me.
What about indirectly?
Well, that's his problem, not my problem.
Chuck, back to 2020.
Yeah.
Chuck Kofi Wayo is running for president. What difference would you make?
Well, I have my strategy. And you see, we are in slavery, you know that. So I don't want to talk about my strategy. You understand? See, can't you see all the leaders come? Huh? They all have to go to, hey, our budget, you have to go to Washington. Are you aware? So are you an independent country?
So you won't go to Washington?
Nah.
You will
the money, I'm a businessman, very successful one too. Okay? I succeeded where to be black and succeed is almost like, you know, it's like pulling teeth with no anesthesia, right? Mm-hmm. And I succeeded. The money is here, plenty. We have so much money, you'll be shocked.
That's what Akufo-Addo said.
Yeah, but see, that guy is
no.
See, I feel bad for him. He surrounded himself with, you know, linebackers. Nobody strategic. We say linebackers.
Who are linebackers?
People who will tell you they don't know anything. They never achieve anything.
Bawumia used to be deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Bank of Ghana. Is that a bank? It's a susu house. You understand?
He went to school abroad.
Yeah. Abroad. You know
he
what
went
we
to
call
school
abroad?
in your country.
You know what a broad means? A woman. A prostitute woman. Broad. A broad. See, you use words here that don't make it. So what I'm saying is, if going to school in America means anything, the people who built America, Dale Carnegie, what school did he go to? Rockefeller, what school did he go to? School is good, but it doesn't mean you know anything. It means you got a paper. See, we're interested in paper. We're not interested in performance. In America, we're interested in performance. Performance. Here, paper. A Ghanaian, you go to University of Ghana, UCC, get another degree. He'll tell his employer, I have another degree. You have to promote me. What about your performance? You understand? To me, the greatest people in Ghana, Dr. Frimpong Boateng, Osafo Kantanka, Engineer Wood. When Engineer Wood talk, I hear him loud and clear. You understand? Because I know. But they don't understand him here because they don't know what he's talking about. He wrote a book. I like the book called Third World to First World. You have one? Have you read it?
Yeah.
If you're serious Ghanaian, you got to read that book. You know? But they got their, African ways of doing things. I understand that. But still, these are the greatest minds. But we're not into, in 1844, a guy came here, Clemens. Huh? Mm-hmm. He passed through a place called Swedru, right? And he had a conversation with some, at that time, Gold Coasters, they call them, yeah. And he wrote that they do not apply logic. They don't. And when he sent two of them to a school, and they became more dangerous than when they didn't have school. You understand? So you compare it to today. Our father left us all the factories we need to produce to feed ourselves. But we destroyed it. And you are cheering the people going overseas. Mm-hmm. You understand? Now, let me ask you something. For 60 years, you say you've been independent, right? Mm-hmm. And you sold everything you have. You can't give even water to your people. Are you telling me I should say you're intelligent? Is that our culture? That you're a great man? Is that what you want me to admit, Mr.?
I'm interested in knowing what you would do, which would be different from what the NDC has done and different from what the NDC has done.
I tell you what, if I was president the Thursday, I would reduce the utility prices immediately.
NPP said that.
Yeah, but they didn't do it because they don't know how. I came 20 years ago. You remember me 20 years ago? I said you're going to have electric problems.
So
right?
how can we be sure that you, who is saying it now, will do it?
If I don't do it, before I will sign with the police and the army. If I don't do it, arrest me. That's all. We need a government where the president is accountable to the people. We don't have that here. Here, if you're president, you are the attorney general, you are the Supreme Court judge, you are the president, you are the parliament, because anything he says goes. Nobody challenges him. Nobody challenges the president. They're afraid, because they're interested in their money, yeah. They call it, some people get local few, others get local big.
What's the difference?
The difference? Somebody get 10,000 cities, somebody get 20,000 cities. I know a guy. I was giving him just, Ghana money. How much? 400 cities for his rent. The new government came now. He's driving I won't mention the car because I feel, just about 2 weeks ago, brand new car. Yeah, I said, hey, don't you feel ashamed? He said, you see, that's why people don't like you here. I said, what about the children of Ochitiri? Huh? He said, but that's not our problem. I said, and they give him coupons to get gas. Do you understand? So, there's no police to arrest anybody. Where's the BNI? You remember, in 1972, you've been here. If you mention BNI, what, you're scared, aren't you? Right?
Not me.
But in 72 and so on. They're forced to reckon with. Where's the BNI?
Is there?
No. It's been destroyed.
Anyway, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for coming.
Don't worry. Nkrumah is our father. Yeah. We won't let him down.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, viewers, have been talking to Mr. Chuck Kofi Wayo, He's been touring the country, visiting the villages, trying to solve their problems. And it appears that he has an eye on 20